Good morning. Welcome to your terrific Tuesday. Today is all about new beginnings. Today is also the full moon. So we will be meeting each other at 6 p.m. today for meditation because that's the right time to meditate. For those of you who are coming here for the first time, surrendering is very important for manifestation. We dream because we are in this world as humans. Obviously, we have a lot of goals and we want to dream, and that's very good to dream. So the real power of dreams comes when we surrender our dreams. And that's going to happen today at 6 o'clock. So for those of you here for the first time or you're hearing just before the meditation today, please remember, if you can, do buy the Epsom salt. Epsom salt is available at any chemist. Amrita will send you the flyer for what all you should prep up. And it's available because you have to detox your body. You must pick up a yellow paper if you can. If you can't, any paper is fine. Red pen if possible, because yellow and red together are very beautiful. You can prepare a thali or a plate with five things in it, five elements: water, fire, diya, candle, whatever you like, fruits or flowers. This way you're preparing. Earth, of course, will be around, everything will be around. So please remember, we are preparing up for today's meditation, which will be at 6. So anything preparation you can do beforehand. And today, of course, is a set of beginnings. We will start with the power of state programming. Anyone and everyone, we can dance, we can move, we can exercise. We have to have some movement in the body in the morning at 5, just because we're preparing up for a beautiful session. So our energy has to be on an all-time high. So please don't be seated. Do whatever you want to do and just go for it. So Rahul sir, thank you for hosting the session in the morning. Could you please put on a power of state programming? And now when we are listening to music, please think about your 1, 2, 3 dreams, whatever. Think that they've come true and you're enjoying and dancing, shaking a leg on those dreams. That should be a feeling. That's how you manifest your dreams very beautifully every single day. And you're programming yourself subconsciously. So let's start a morning. Also, can we have the gallery view on? Thank you. Yes. Each one a winner for life, each one here to manifest the dreams, and each one here on a very beautiful day. So let's start our morning. I saw a couple of you have apprehensions. If you have apprehensions about dancing on public, you can go on the side screen and dance. That's okay. You want to exercise, you want to jog, you want to do whatever twisting, it's okay. The idea is that our energy has to be a little high so that all of us can start our morning in a high energy. Today, the power fact, the health fact for our body will be from Luke Cotino. It's a chapter 5. We must maintain a uniform gaps between our meals. So what is the science? Let's study it. So all of us, we are taking you from mind, body, and soul through different books, and we're taking you towards a very beautiful fact that each one of us becomes spiritual and ready to embrace our life in totality as a whole. So let's start our morning. Do not keep gaps of more than 3 or 3.5 hours between your main meals, or you will get acidity. As explained earlier, your body cannot effectively lose weight when your body environment is acidic. So why 3.5 hours? That's how long a normal meal takes to get digested. Your body expects food after every such period and produces hydrochloric acid in the stomach, regardless of whether you eat. If there is no food for the acid to act upon, it eventually leads to the destruction of your mucosal linings and digestive enzymes, along with acid reflux, bloating, flatulence, and indigestion. The body reacts differently when you're asleep or when you're fasting. When you sleep, the body is involved in several functions like growth, repair, detoxification, and hormonal balance. And that is why you don't need to eat when you sleep. It's very important for us to understand that we are on this journey of our beautiful body. We are making our body right. So if we really wanted to be healthy, we need to detox. Now, when we need to detox, intermittent fasting comes very beautifully. So those of us we're eating our meals late, let's prepone our meals a bit. If dinner is at 8 or 9, let's make it 7. If breakfast is at 8, make it 9. Gradually inch your intermittent fasting into a bigger window. So our body is going through repair because we need to heal our body. So that's about for our health. Intermittent fasting, Luke is an expert. He has so many videos about circadian rhythm. If you want to go for it, it'll help us pretty much a lot. And in Jainism, they've been doing it. In many religions, they've been doing it. So it's very tried, tested. It's nothing like new, right? It's just been there. Today, Rhonda Byrne, in her beautiful book of magic, takes us through the 6th chapter. It's day 6. It works like magic. So if you look at the desk on the left-hand side, it's actually an office desk. You're kind of feeling a keypad is there, a mouse is there, a screen is there, and a lamp is highlighting something which is a wad of papers. Whatever we plan gets done like magic if we only give our energy, our gratitude for it. So Tom Robbins was a writer. He was born in 1936. He said, if you take any activity, any art, any discipline, any skill, take it and push it as far as it will go. Push it beyond where it has ever been before. Push it to the wildest edges of edges. Then you force it into the realm of magic. So what are we going to do today? Very, very simple. Today, we're going to imagine there's somebody on the right shoulder or left shoulder, something like an executive assistant, a secretary. And we're going to keep thanking him or her for whatever we have done that day. Sir, can you just turn the page a bit? So now what we'll start understanding is that everyone is here for a journey for a reason. This one line is coming in every chapter, and I'm going to repeat this line again today morning also. Whoever has gratitude for their work, I'm reading on page number 70, the italic bit. Whoever has gratitude for their work will be given much more. He or she will have an abundance. Whoever does not have gratitude for their work, even what he or she has will be taken away from him or her. So absolutely zero complaint, just appreciation, just regard for whatever you have. The amount of gratitude you give for your work, the same amount you will get back in return as profits, as good orders or whatever. So remember, the value increases when you are going to value your own work the way it is right now. Yes, you're going to manifest for a much bigger work, but right now what we have is priceless, and we will talk about that. So you can turn the page a bit more. Now, what do we do in this once more? So what are we going to do? Imagine that a little that secretary, the executive on your right shoulder. Keep saying thank you, thank you, thank you to him for whatever's come our way. So page number 74, please. Yeah. So look at here. First fact is something. I hope everyone is writing the gratitude in the morning before we come in here. If not, after the session, yeah. So I see a lot of heads nodding. So thank you for those. Then second, today we have to imagine the secretary here, the executive here, and we have to say, I'm so thankful or I'm so grateful for this particular bit, and feel as much as gratitude as possible. So imagine him here and keep thanking him throughout the day. And in the night, we end our day with the gratitude rock, the magic rock. So don't forget that. You wake up to gratitude and you sleep to gratitude. Niriksha, that's fine. As long as in the first 3 hours of your morning, gratitude is absolutely great. So thank you, Rahul sir, for showcasing chapter number 6. The details is going to come to you in the YouTube session. I hope you're listening to that or you're reading the chapter on your own. For the ones who are not familiar with the magic book, I have a sincere request. Please do not forget to listen to the YouTube recording. It's coming to you as an extra session. Very, very, very important to come there. Because believe me, the world of magic starts with your gratitude. And yeah, I'm not surprised that this chapter by Stephen Scott has come our way. So what have we been doing in this book is we have been training our mind to forget, cut off some negative bit which we have been developed with, our subconsciously is developed in the mind. We have been accustomed to negativity. So we're cutting, consciously trying to cut those chains. And today's chapter is beautiful. It's again chain number 3, which we're going to cut. It's avoidance of criticism. That's exactly what we were talking about in the last chapter, that we're supposed to be grateful and not be criticism, not go into the world of criticizing. So let's understand this chapter. Chapter 6 by Stephen Scott in this beautiful book of the impossible, in simple steps to impossible dreams. Your avoidance of criticism. Your conscious or subconscious efforts to avoid criticism subvert and suffocate your creative thinking and sabotage your launch before you even attempt to achieve their dreams. हम सब dreams लेते हैं, right? हम यहीं पे बैठे रह जाते हैं. We can't dream के beyond नहीं जा पाते. Because fear, कल हमने fear की बात करी, failure की बात करी, डर लगता है, क्या करें, कैसे होगा? And हम launch pad से ऊपर उठ ही नहीं पाते. आज हमें बात करनी है that's consciously या subconsciously हमें criticism से बहुत दूर रहना है. Let's read about the science to understand what are we being guided and told. So somebody will say, I told you so. I can't believe you did that. What the heck were you thinking about? You always do that. You never do that. Don't be ridiculous. Are you crazy? I knew that would happen. Why don't you listen to me? Don't be so insensitive. You look like you're gaining weight. You've really got to start watching what you eat. Criticisms, criticisms, criticisms. This is not a 4-letter word, but it should be. Criticism can come in any form. A statement, a sarcastic question, even when a condescending look or sigh. No one wants it. And yet, everyone gets it. Even though you hate getting it, you have no problem giving it. Receiving criticism is one of the hardest experiences you have to deal with on a daily basis. And yet, giving criticism is as natural and easy as breathing. So, we are in this world of people. Kuch, Nitya Shanti, my spiritual monk, my teacher says, कि दुनिया में there's one big रोग. क्या रोग है? कुछ तो कहेंगे लोग. That's how they are. उनका काम ही है कहना, right? That's a रोग. अगर हम इससे, if you're gripped with this particular thing, कि लोग क्या बोलेंगे, society क्या बोलेगी, समाज क्या बोलेगा, family क्या बोलेगा, so you can't take your rockets off the launch pad. You have to start dreaming, believing and achieving. And criticism मिलती है, अच्छी नहीं लगती हमें, but फिर भी हम दे देते हैं, चाहे बच्चों को, चाहे बड़ों को, चाहे partners को, colleagues को. So we have to stop criticizing. और worst of all, हम अपने आप को criticize करते हैं. कभी आपसे कुछ गलती हो जाए, आप कुछ नहीं कर पाते हैं. How do you react? You very easily say ना, इतनी बुद्धू ये भी नहीं कर पाए. आप अपने आप को criticize करते हो. अगर आपने थोड़ा ज्यादा खाना खा लिया, कंट्रोल करना चाहिए था ना, क्यों खा लिया एक्स्ट्रा, पेट में दर्द हो रहा है ना. क्रिटिसिज्म से हम लोग इतना उसके साथ ग्रो अप हो रहे हैं. वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस इज वेरी बैड फॉर आवर ग्रोथ, वेरी बैड फॉर आवर ड्रीम्स. सो दैट्स वन थिंग. कॉन्शियसली हम सबको क्रिटिसिज्म बहुत अपने से दूर करनी है. What says, can you remember anything you were criticized for when you were growing up? Think about it for a minute. What were some of the criticisms you received from your teachers, friends, parents, brothers, sisters, girlfriends, or boyfriends. I was told I had a big nose. I was told I had terrible handwriting, that I was sloppy, that I was too possessive, that I was stupid. And those were just a few from my youth. Can you think of any yet? So now maybe it's time for you to remember what you were told. And is that true? कहीं ना कहीं वो चीजें आपके दिमाग में fit हो जाती हैं. So do you want to be the one to do that to somebody else? And how do you cut that off? Let's understand. Now, try to remember any criticism you received during the past. 30 days. Last 30 days में क्या criticism आई? Maybe उसको याद करके try करिए. Does any come around to your mind? Now try to remember some of the criticism you handled out during your childhood. Chances are the criticisms you received are a lot easier to remember than the ones you handed out. Why? The answer is that criticism hurts you far more deeply than you think it does. It hurts so deeply that your brain never turns loose of it, even decades after you stop thinking about it. So one thing is, you may have been compared with your siblings. If you're two brothers, maybe you were told that you are a little slow. He's faster, he's smarter in athletics, in academics, in talking to people. And that made you even more in your shell because you were compared. Or if you were sisters, she's more prettier, she's more nicer. फैमिली अनोइंगली ये सब बातें बोल देती है एंड वो बच्चे के दिमाग में क्लॉप कर जाती है बट रिमेंबर वो उन्होंने किया था. आपको उस शेल से बाहर निकलना है. सिर्फ आप ही उस शेल को तोड़ सकते हैं with the conditioning of these beautiful books that you and I am reading. Remember, work week starts from here. If I want to make myself better, I'm a person in progress. I have to progress and move my journey. लोगों का तो काम है कहना. Let them say, चाहे parents हो, चाहे family हो, extended family or friends. People will say, अच्छा करेंगे तो भी बोलेंगे, बुरा करेंगे तो भी बोलेंगे. So, अगर आप नहीं बोलेंगे इसका मतलब आप average हैं, mediocre हैं. हमने mediocrity की बात कही थी इस book में. So we have to go beyond the mediocre level. So please start accepting this, that this is how world is, but you don't have to hear. यहाँ से सुन के यहाँ से निकाल दीजिए. Negative conditioning अपने दिमाग में नहीं हावी देने होने हमें. In fact, criticism is so distasteful, disheartening, and painful that by the time you graduate from grade school, you do everything you can to avoid it. You constantly adjust your behavior not to achieve what's in your best interest and the best interest of others, but rather simply avoid to being criticized. The more you care about someone or the higher you regard a person, the more devastating and painful is the impact of their criticism. And in this case, pain isn't gain. अगर आप चाहते हैं कि मॉम या डैड कॉम्प्लीमेंट करें और क्रिटिसाइज करते हैं तो बहुत हर्ट करता है क्योंकि आप उनसे एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं कॉम्प्लीमेंट्स, not realizing that I am whole and complete. But that's how we human beings are. हमें तारीफें बहुत पसंद हैं, नेगेटिविटी बिल्कुल नहीं हैंडल कर पाते. बट नेगेटिविटी को अगर हम मेंटर की तरह लेंगे कि आज मुझे ये बात बोली गई है, इट्स फॉर बेटरिंग माई सेल्फ, लेट मी सी इसमें ट्रूथ है भी कि नहीं, मेरे लिए कुछ टेक अवे है भी कि नहीं, then automatically the criticism will become your teacher. So how are you taking it? That's $1 million question. Let's go back to our chapter. The pain of criticism causes people to withdraw from relationships that might otherwise be a source of tremendous joy. It causes them to stop doing or saying things that help them or others. For example, you don't begin an exercise program because if you quit, someone will say, I knew you won't stick with it. Or you don't voice your opinion on how to improve a relationship or a project because someone might say, don't be ridiculous, or that will never work. What a tragedy. So a lot of us have been victims in our childhood, in our elderly life, with these so-called people who are always criticizing. Remember, effort करना हमारा काम है, अपने path पे चलना हमारा काम है. Whatever comes in our way, good or bad, accepting it and moving on is also upon us. So if you're going to be a victim of comparison or victim of criticism, then you can't progress in your life. So learn to get away from it and learn to work on the relationship on your every project that you want. How many relationships and families could have been saved if help had been freely offered instead of withholding for fear of criticism? How many great ideas and innovations that could have made lives better have never been realized for fear of criticism? Criticism is one of the most destructive forces in your personal and professional life and in society in general. That's the bad news. The good news is that there is a way that you can completely overcome the negative impact of anyone's criticism and completely defeat any negative consequences it might have in your life. A way that can liberate you from your self-imposed restraints and enable you to be all that you really are and achieve what you are truly capable of achieving. So अगर हम गुड न्यूज़ को लें, इसमें जो बोला जा रहा है, अपनी नेगेटिविटी को ओवरकम कर लें, डिफीट कर दें कुछ भी नेगेटिव आने वाला है, तो हम फ्री हो जाएंगे लाइफ में. अपने आप के जो हमने शैकल्स बनाए हैं, शेल बनाए हैं, उनको तोड़ के बाहर निकल पाएंगे. बिकॉज हमने अपने आप के लिए फिर कुछ बनाया नहीं. वी आर लिमिटलेस. वी नो दैट वी कैन अचीव एंड वी नो दैट वी विल अचीव. If that is our conditioning, then criticism doesn't matter. The way to defeat the negative impact of criticism and to stop avoiding it is to risk facing it. Don't ignore or become callous to it. Don't even learn how to defend yourself against it. The only way to defeat the negative impact of criticism is to learn the right way to deal with it. And there's only one right way to deal with criticism. You see, any criticism you receive can be your best ally or your worst enemy, depending upon three things: its source, its accuracy, and your response to it. And whether it becomes your conquering enemy or your supportive ally is your choice. Even though it may come to you as an enemy, intent on hurting you, you can convert it into an ally that can help you enormously. 3 तरीके criticism के होते हैं. हम कैसे उसको ले रहे हैं depends upon us. पहला source, parents ने बोला है या best friend ने बोला है या somebody very close to us is saying, या generic. आज मुझे कोई random person criticize करके चला जाएगा, मुझे इतना hurt नहीं करेगा. पर अगर मेरे parents बोलेंगे या मेरे बच्चे बोलेंगे तो शायद मुझे ज़्यादा hurt करेगा. So source, see that. एक और बात source में दिखना बहुत important है कि पड़ोसियों को तो लोग नहीं बोलेंगे ना, जाकर neighbors को तो नहीं बोलेंगे. Only the ones who really love you will want to change you. So if they're saying something, दिल पे इतना मत ले लीजिए उसको. Think of why they're saying it. Can I improve on it? Make it your friend. Don't make it your foe. Second चीज, क्या वो accurate है? ठीक है, मॉम ने बोला ये चीज, but actually क्या वो worthwhile है? मुझे लगता है कि is it right? नहीं तो फिर तो डिस्कार्ड कर दीजिए, right? ये आपका पर्सपेक्टिव है, मेरा नहीं है. आप कैसे रिस्पॉन्ड कर रहे हैं बहुत मैटर करता है. सो पहला सोर्स, सेकंड सही है कि नहीं, थर्ड आप कैसे रिस्पॉन्ड कर रहे हैं. आप उसको फ्रेंड की तरह ट्रीट कर रहे हैं कि ये मेरी लाइफ में आया है एज अ टीचर, एज अ मेंटर, या मुझे गिराने के लिए आया है. दैट्स द बिगेस्ट थिंग. नाउ लेट्स रीड अबाउट टर्निंग द एनिमी. Ask anyone who has ever fought in a war or been involved in the intelligent work, and they'll tell you it's a lot easier to kill an enemy soldier or a foreign spy than it is to turn them. But they'll also tell you that when you're able to turn the enemy into an ally or into a double agent, the positive consequences of your action are infinitely greater. Killing a soldier or a spy only reduces the negative impact he can have on you. Turning him into an ally not only eliminates his negative impact on you, but it also provides a tremendous positive in the overall battle with your enemy. एक enemy को मार देना सबसे easy है, right? लेकिन उसको समझना, उससे बात करके उसको पॉजिटिव बनाना इज थोड़ा टाइम लगता है, एफर्ट लगता है, और उसके रिजल्ट्स आर फार टू मच। सेम क्रिटिसिज्म में इम्पैक्ट करता है। अवॉइडिंग इट, डिफेंडिंग योरसेल्फ, going against it, becoming callous, ignoring it, only limits its negative impact on you. But such actions do nothing to advance you, your personal growth or your level of achievement. So अगर आपने मुझे क्रिटिसाइज किया, फॉर एग्जाम्पल रितु ने मुझे क्रिटिसाइज किया और मैंने उसको इग्नोर कर दिया, अवॉइड कर दिया, या बोला नहीं मैं तो ऐसी नहीं हूँ, तुम्हें ऐसे लगा होगा, या उसके लिए बड़ा वैसे एटीट्यूड दिया, तो मैं क्या कर रही हूँ, उसका इम्पैक्ट तो नेगेटिव मेरे ऊपर नहीं आ रहा 100%, मैंने उसको लिमिट कर दिया। लेकिन उस जो कमेंट उसने मेरे लिए बोला, क्या उसको मैं आगे बढ़ा पा रही हूँ, अपनी लाइफ बेटर कर पा रही हूँ, ज्यादा ग्रो कर पा रही हूँ, ज्यादा अचीव कर पा रही हूँ? दैट इज समथिंग आई हैव टू सी। सो ऑलवेज टेक इट एज अ मेंटर, एज अ टीचर, एज अ गाइड। कुछ भी लाइफ में आता है, सोचें, समझे, परखें, एंड देन इंटरट्वाइन इन योर लाइफ। On the other hand, turning criticism into your ally will have a tremendous positive benefit to you and to your growth and your level of achievement. Its ability to hurt you will be reduced to almost nothing. Instead, it will provide a stronger foundation for your personal and professional advancement. Sounds too good to be true? Well, it is true. And the good news is that it's not difficult. It simply requires that you make a specific choice every time criticism comes your way. As you make that choice, criticism becomes your ally instead of your enemy, and you will soon lose all fears of criticism. And as you lose your fear of criticism, you'll stop consciously and subconsciously adjusting your words and behavior to avoid it. You'll be free to do whatever it takes to improve any situation or relationship in your life, regardless of the risk. So, what choice must you make when you're confronted with criticism? You must choose not to react or defend, not to withdraw or attack, but rather turn the enemy into an ally. So, अब criticism मेरी लाइफ में आ रही है और मैंने उसको अपनी लाइफ में इम्पैक्ट करने दिया, तो मेरी फाउंडेशन वीक हो जाएगी। एग्जाम्पल देती हूँ। My father, he of course wants the very best for me, but he's tough on me. He wants his daughter to excel in business and everything. So when I joined the new business, he was very, very, very strict. बहुत criticize किया। शुरू में तो I let him get better of me. 2018 August, I joined him, my brother's work. And I just got very upset, Rona, Rana, अंदर ही अंदर, not showing to anyone, very upset. वो negative aura आ गया था कि वो तो ऐसे ही बात करते हैं, ऐसे ही बात करते हैं. And factory में जाने में मन भी नहीं करता था. But then I told myself, he's telling me so that I become better. He's not going to tell me बिना बात के, right? And then I started thanking him, money man, क्योंकि आपने ये बोला, thank you, and I'll get better. Guess what? Couple of months it took, but the same man, my own father, who was so strict, all of a sudden stopped saying anything to me. कई बार उनसे मुख से तारीफ भी निकल जाती थी, and I was like, oh wow, why did it happen? Because I stopped taking criticism. दिल से नहीं लिया मैंने, दिल में उनकी बात रखी कि क्यों बोल रहे हैं. So very important for all of us to not defend ourselves. अपने आप को defensive mode पे ले जाएंगे तो आगे नहीं बढ़ पाएंगे. So let's learn to make it our friend, not our enemy. Let's turn the page, sir. How does one do this? By being like a wise judge and saying to yourself, I'll take that into consideration. This is a very important line that you should memorize. So say it out loud right now. I'll take that into consideration. Can all of us say it? Somebody criticizes us. What do we say? Yes, I'll take that into consideration. इसका मतलब आप उसको respect कर रहे हैं. You are saying, okay, yeah, I'll consider. Thank you so much. The minute you do that, वो person अगर बिना बात को आप criticize करने जा रहा है, तो करना बंद कर देगा. कुछ आपने उसको thank you बोला. Plus आपने कहा कि oh, yes, I will consider that. And you must say to yourself every time a criticism is launched at you, or it will defeat you. So next time, don't react, don't defend. Don't attack, but consider. The next step is the two things you are to consider: the source of the criticism and the accuracy of the criticism. Very important. Source क्या है? अगर source बहुत loved one है, so we must give it value. But दिल पे नहीं लेना. और accuracy क्या है? इसमें मेरे लिए कुछ take back है कि नहीं? Now, let's talk about considering the source. What does it mean? First, consider the source. Who said it? Why it was said? Is the person qualified to make a criticism? Does he know all the background necessary to make a wise and valid criticism? Did he fully understand what you were doing or saying, or the true intentions behind what you said or did before he criticized? Or was he simply reacting to what he perceived as your intentions? You should always, always ask yourself, was the criticism based on emotions, past experiences, or failures, yours or his? Lack of understanding, conventional thinking, or was it based upon logic and or realities of the situation? So कई बार बड़े लोग जब क्रिटिसाइज करते हैं, उनके मन में डर होता है, यार मैं नहीं कर पाया, मेरा बेटा भी नहीं कर पाएगा, तो पहले से उसको मैं आगाह कर दूं, I'll warn him. कई बार उनकी वो इतनी कंडीशनल थिंकिंग होती है, कन्वेंशनल थिंकिंग होती है, आप कुछ अनकन्वेंशनल करने जा रहे हो, उनको समझ में नहीं आता तो आपको वार्न कर देते हैं. सो प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, उनको पता है क्या कि आप किस वर्ल्ड में जा रहे हो? अदरवाइज चले मैं करके दिखाता हूँ, सो दैट यू नो दैट यू कैन डू इट. एग्जाम्पल आ रहा है, you should consider if your critic truly meant exactly what he said. For example, if your wife says you are never considerate of her feelings, she doesn't mean never. And of course, men are from Mars, women are from Venus, we know it, right? So when it comes to marriages, let's understand. Women tend to say never. Does it really mean never? She means in this situation, you weren't considerate of her feelings in the way she would have liked you to be. And there have been other times when you haven't been considerate of feelings in the way she wanted you to be. If your husband says you always put everyone else's needs above his, he doesn't mean always. And he doesn't mean everyone. He means you did in this circumstance and you have it other times in the past. So this is very important to understand. अगर आप married हैं और आपके partners आपको ऐसा बोलते हैं, so वो literally उस समय के लिए बोल रहे हैं. आपको लगता है पुरानी चीजें उखाड़ के निकाल के दे रहे हैं. And they're not forgetting the past. Remember, it's for that moment. Don't let your conditioning become कि हमेशा ऐसे बोलती है, हमेशा ऐसे बोलता है. It doesn't matter. It's not always what you think it is. And to make a mountain out of a molehill, राई का पहाड़ बनाना तो आदत में शुमार होता है most of people, because we can't think beyond some things and we are conditioned. So let's break that conditioning. Let's recondition ourselves. Let's reprogram ourselves. Another example is coming. This is about work. My former boss told me I was a single greatest disappointment in his entire career and that I would never succeed in my chosen field. Although he was brilliant and had achieved the level of senior vice president, he wasn't qualified to make that kind of prediction about my future. He wasn't a fortune teller, and he certainly wasn't God. So how could he possibly predict my future? So while the first part of his criticism may have been valid, the second part was totally invalid because the source wasn't credibly qualified to make an accurate criticism about my future success. So लोग जो ऐसे बोल देते हैं ना, कभी नहीं कर पाएगा, कभी नहीं कर पाएगी, तेरे तो बस का ही नहीं है, प्लीज इतना लिटरली मत लो उसको. They are not God, right? मैं तो बोलती फॉर्चून टेलर्स को भी नहीं पता, एंड गॉड को भी नहीं पता. गॉड को भी पता है कि आप जो चाहते हो, अगर आप चाहोगे तो आपको मिल जाएगा. वो उन्होंने बनाया है आपको कि होल एंड कंप्लीट हो आप. अब आप नहीं होना चाह रहे तो दैट्स योर प्रॉब्लम, नॉट हिज प्रॉब्लम. He is not done, Asmeet is better, Disha is better, Prachi is better, or Parul is better. No, he's not done that. You have done that, that this person is better or this person is worse. That's your look, that's your perspective. So let's understand this very, very clearly. कि पहला बात जो उन्होंने बोली कि तुम डिसअपॉइंटमेंट हो इस करियर में जो उन्होंने देखा, now that's okay. क्या पता लोग बाकी बेटर थे, लेकिन सक्सेसफुल नहीं होगे इसमें, and that's wrong. It doesn't have credibility. So remember उस सोर्स को कितना ज्ञान है, and is he really knowledgeable? God says, I never cease to be amazed at the incredible weight adult daughters give the childish criticisms of their mothers. I have seen women wiped out for days by a single motherly comment. Ladies, consider the source. Your mother may be a saint, but she's probably not a child psychologist. She's probably not a housekeeping expert, a world-renowned cook, or a trained marriage counselor. She's your mother, and she probably loves you dearly. She wants absolute best for you, and she thinks she knows what it is. So know that she's motivated by her love and by her desire to continue to be your mother. But also know that she isn't God and she isn't an expert in everything. You need not defend, attack, withdraw from her or her criticisms. You simply need to turn them. Considering the source, their qualifications, their intentions, and motivation is a first step in turning criticism from an enemy into an ally. तो जब मॉम डैड बोलते हैं, as I said before, it's for the love of you. हर पेरेंट चाहता है कि उनके बच्चे उनसे बेटर हो जाएं. अगर एक कमेंट कर भी दिया तो इट्स ओके या इट्स अ लव फॉर यू, बट वो कमेंट वाकई में आपके लिए अप्लाई कर रहा है कि नहीं, गेट दैट क्लियर. 90% यू कैन वर्क ऑन इट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल बोलते हैं बड़ा सोता ही रहता है हर समय, सो मे बी यू कैन वेक अप अ लिटिल अर्ली. वो बोलते तो कुछ इस पे एक्शन ही नहीं लेता. Maybe you can take an action. So think about it as a friend. Get motivated, but don't get demotivated. Yeah. Now we convert that into a friend and not an enemy. The next part is very important. Consider its accuracy. We've spoken about this a bit. Ab thoda detail mein samajhte hain isko. The next step in turning criticism into an ally is to consider its accuracy. All criticism is like a bucket full of water. At the very bottom of the water is a little bit of sand, and sometimes hidden in the sand is one or more gold nuggets. Whenever someone criticizes you, they're throwing the bucket of water into your face. Now your natural inclination will always be to do one of the three things: duck and run, throw up your arms and defend, or get angry and attack. While these all natural inclinations, they are all wrong reactions. It's only a bucket of water, not a bucket of cement. No one ever has been critically injured being splashed with a bucket of water. And yet some people react by pulling out a gun, shooting the person criticizing them. Yes, the water in the face is cold and uncomfortable for a few moments, but still it's just water. Grab a towel and dry off. As far as the sand goes, if a little gets into your eyes, it will momentarily distort your vision and cause your eyes to tear. It will cloud your judgment. So clear the sand out of your eyes and take the matter under consideration by looking at the source and accuracy of the criticism. Do not instantly react. And now comes the good part. As you consider the accuracy of the criticism, you'll often find a gold nugget of truth hidden in the sand. When found, that nugget can be turned into cash by using the truth to make an improvement in your behavior, attitude, or words. An improvement that will raise your level of achievement and fulfillment. So I hope it's clear कि जो पानी फेंका जा रहा है, that is just there to heal you, to make you a better person. ये जो sand है, hurt करेगी. Criticism will hurt, but ultimately it will just fall off. But उससे उस reaction से जो gold nugget है, जिसको आप बेटर कर सकते हो, अपनी इम्प्रूवमेंट कर ले आ सकते हो अपनी लाइफ में, उस क्वालिटी में. What about that? So an improvement that will raise your level of achievement and fulfillment. So try to improve. हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे, all of us? ये तो नहीं कि बहुत problems है life में. I think some of us are having dream lives. But why are we here? Just because we want to make our lives quality better. So we're people in progress. We're improving ourselves. अब यहाँ आके तो हम judgment की दुनिया से बहुत दूर हैं. So why are we judging our family and friends? Why are we judging anybody? Who are we to judge? God says, when I wrote my very first commercial script in 76, I couldn't wait to show it to my boss. I had been really working on it for days and thought he was going to love it and really be proud of me. I was with him at his home when I finally pulled it out and showed it to him. He carefully read it and then looked it up and gave me a single criticism. He said, "There's no hook. Nothing grabs my attention and makes me want to watch the rest of the commercial." After all, so much of work and excitement, I was stunned when the bucket of water hit my face. Now I could have reacted by saying, "Do you even know how long I worked on the script? It's a great script." I could have attacked him by saying, "How many great scripts have you written?" I could have defended it by saying, "Well, what about this line or that line?" Or, "Why do you find the one fault with my script instead of looking at the good things about it?" Had I reacted, attacked, or defended, I would have missed a valuable gold nugget that later would make me millions of dollars. You see, there really was no hook. I didn't even know what a hook was. So what I said, "What do you mean?" He told me that no one has a natural attraction to a television commercial. When a program goes to a commercial break, the viewer's attention is instantly turned to something else. So you have to hook the attention and bring it back to the commercial. A few minutes later, I came up with a great hook. That commercial launched a company and generated more than 20 million in sales in our first year in business. More important, I learned a lesson that I have used in more than 800 commercials and I subsequently wrote and directed that produced over 1 billion in sales. I'm so thankful that I learned to find the gold nuggets in criticisms. So how beautiful. Just see reaction kahan lekar jata hai. And just asking another question got him such an important jewel, a gold. So अगर कोई criticize करे हमें react नहीं करना है, उसको दिल पे एकदम नहीं लेना है, but to understand कि वो क्यों बोल रहे हैं, कहाँ से आ रहे हैं, ask them a couple of questions, learn to understand कि उन्होंने कहाँ से बोला है, क्योंकि can I get a little more? Okay, how do I improve? Yeah, I'm receptive, so please tell me a bit more. The minute we do that, we are people in progress. Generally, हम better होना चाह रहे हैं. And that's the journey, right? We're all here. We want to add power to our dreams because we want to become better. उसके लिए पूरा holistic growth करनी पड़ेगी हमें, right? There's nearly always a little gold in even the most painful criticism. But sometimes the gold is in the form of dust rather than nuggets. So you have to look behind the criticism. When my former boss said, "You're the single greatest disappointment in my entire career," there was a lot of water, a reasonable amount of sand, and a little gold dust. He was obviously disappointed in me. But how could I possibly be the greatest disappointment in his career when I was only a junior manager? He was obviously exaggerating with the hope of inflicting pain in retaliation to the disappointment. I had got to him, definitely, right? As young and impressionable as I was at the time, the sand landed in my eyes and stung like heck for a few days. But when I was able to separate the emotions, I felt it, the criticism from the logic. My vision was fully restored, and I found gold dust, even in the harsh criticism. His disappointment in me was a result of my mediocre performance. and what he perceived to be my disloyalty. If I wanted to experience a great success in my next job, I would have to discover specific ways to raise the level of my performance and demonstrate my loyalty to my boss and my company. So हमेशा criticism हमारे बुरे के लिए नहीं होती, हमें अच्छा बनने के लिए होती है. अगर हम इतनी सी बात दुकान मान ले, if we start looking at things behind it, we will become better. Now let's look at criticism that a lot of us hear these days. Namely, you're getting too fat. Now the bucket may have a lot of sand. You really need criticism like that because you're the first to realize you're putting on too much weight. The goal in that criticism is to confirm and reinforce your own opinion that you're putting on too much weight. And if you let it, it can motivate you to take responsibility, to begin to eat in a way that it's in the best interest for your long-term health instead of instant gratification, and to begin to give your heart and body the consistent exercise it so desperately needs. अगर किसी ने मुझे बोला मैं मोटी हो रही हूँ, तो मेरी खुद का फियर को मैं हवा दे रही हूँ. या तो मैं इंस्टेंट ग्रेटिफिकेशन के लिए बड़े अच्छे लग रहे हो उसके लिए लिव करती हूँ, या मैं बोलती हूँ कि हाँ उन्होंने सही बोला, let me correct my lifestyle. Let me see, okay, what can I do? Let me add years to my life. Let me make the quality of my life better. This exercise can add years to your life, health to your quality of life, and needed energy to your daily routine. So instead of defending, attacking, or retreating from a criticism like that, let's find the gold nugget of truth and cash it by acting upon it. Right now, let's take a little break from reading and think about a single criticism you receive from someone you care about. Think about how you reacted. Did you run away? Did you defend? Did you attack? Consider the source and the accuracy of the criticism, and then look for the nugget of truth and think about what you can do to apply that nugget to your life. आज हम इतना पढ़ेंगे because I want all of us to think about it. कि criticism कहाँ से आया, किसने दिया, हमने कैसे react करा, और हम कैसे react कर सकते थे, और आज आप lead करेंगे by example. Today, if someone criticizes you, you will see. Can you say that, okay, sorry, I thought I'd gone offline, so my screen changed. So today when someone tells you something negative, think about it. कैसे react करना है? Can we tell them that, is this better? Okay, I read you. Can I have a little more? Can we be a little more open and receptive? Are we ready for this journey? Can we try? Dr. Scott बोल रहे हैं, अगर हम ये नहीं करते तो हम अंदर we'll keep going down and down and down. पर अगर हम अपने पेरेंट्स के, अपने लव्ड वंस के, अपने बॉसेस के, कोलीग्स की बात सुनते हैं, उनमें डीपर रिफ्लेक्ट करते हैं, so we'll become a better person. Today the assignment is to practice what we studied. Implement करते हैं. Tomorrow we'll talk about this कि क्या हमें मिला. Let's have reflection time. You can write to me on the WhatsApp group also. You can write to me on email also. You can share here also, so that all of us can become a better person. So thank you so much. It's time for a Surya Namaskar, a Surya Pranam. Why do we do it? हम ब्रह्म मुहूर्त में उठ रहे हैं, which means morning में we're waking up our energy. Yes, it's a very important lesson, Ritu. Absolutely. So if we do sun salutation right now, 3 बार करते हैं. So हम जब किसी को हम लाइफ में when we dip to somebody, धोखते हैं, नमस्ते करते हैं, वो क्या करते हैं? Blessing के लिए हाथ उठाते हैं ना. So now we're invoking the urja of the sun and we're taking the blessings. So let's do a sun salutation. Rahul sir, let's have the video on. Guided video hai, so you can hear it and do it. So let's do it. And face the east if possible.
The Surya Namaskar with mantras. Om Mitraye Namaha. Om Ravaye Namaha. Om Suryaye Namaha. Om Bhanave Namaha. Om Khagaye Namaha. Om Pushne Namaha. Om Hiranyagarbhaye Namaha. Om Marichaye Namaha. Om Adityay Namaha. Om Savitre Namaha. Om Arkay Namaha. Om Bhaskaraye Namaha. Salutations to the universal friend. Salutations to the resplendent sun. Salutations to the energy that induces activity within us. Salutations to the one who illumines. Salutations to the sun moving across the sky. Salutations to the giver of strength. Salutations to the golden cosmic self. Salutations to the Lord of the dawn. Salutations to the son of Aditi, the cosmic mother. Salutations to the benevolent mother. Salutations to the energy that we praise, and to the one who guides us to salvation. The sun salutation now with the names of the postures, both in Sanskrit and English. Pranamasana, Hastuttanasana, Padahastasana, left leg back, Ashvasanchalanasana, Parvatasana, and hold this position. And now slowly progressing into the deeper version of Parvatasana, Adho Mukh Svanasana. Ashtang Namaskar. Bhujangasana. Parvatasana. Left forward, Ashvasanchalanasana. Padahastasana. Hastuttanasana. Pranamasana. On the right side, prayer position. Raised arms pose. Hand to feet pose. Right leg back, equestrian pose. Mountain pose. Hold mountain pose. And slowly moving into the deeper version of mountain, the downward facing dog. Salute with 8 limbs. Cobra. Press back to mountain. Right forward, equestrian pose. Hand to feet pose. Raised arms position. Prayer pose. One round of the sun salutation with awareness on the breathing. So exhaling our hands to the chest, pranam. Inhaling as we bend back. We exhale as we fold forward. Left leg back, inhale as we're arching back. Exhale into the forward. Hold the breath for knees, chest, chin. Inhale as we arch back. Exhale into the forward. Left leg forward, inhale. This is a back bend. Exhale whenever we bend forward. Inhale as we bend back. Exhale, hands to the chest. And on the right, deep breathing.
So actually we've been doing 2.5 pranams, not 3. But yes, so the idea is to just invoke the energy. Plus our body becomes static when you're sitting for about over 45 minutes. So it's important to re-energize ourselves. Our cells can burn calories because it's all about a holistic growth, mind, body, and soul. So we've spoken about our body in the morning. We look at, we've done our pranams also. For Jitendra, can you all hear me? He says he can't hear. Can you all hear me? Can everyone hear? You can. Jitendra, just check your sound connection. Maybe there's a little problem there. So yeah, thank you for everyone for validating. So we've done our mind, we've done our body. Now it's time to understand our soul journey. So yesterday we began this beautiful book, this chapter number 3 by Sunny Platon. It's called Incredibly Believable. We spoke about the two elements in Mother Earth, which in the universe. About darkness we spoke about light we spoke. We also spoke about raising our vibration so that all of us can attract what we want in our life. So if we are in the process of finding the light, we're finding a shift in our energy. जब सब कुछ अच्छा दिखता है लाइफ में, तब you're attracting all things good. कभी फील किया है ऐसा कि अच्छा फील कर रहे हो, अच्छा ही अच्छा हो रहा है, अच्छा हो रहा है तो और अच्छा हो रहा है, because आप you can only see light. You can't see the darkness. Everything looks very good, it's great around. Now we will realize how to coexist at many vibrational levels. Let's understand this beautiful science. How can it make a difference to us? So let's read about this, page number 38, the first highlighted portion, coexistence at many vibrational levels. Since the universe contains the entire spectrum of frequencies, many life forms exist simultaneously in what we may consider as a same space. It is just that we are not able to sense these, since our abilities to sense these are very limited. Also, since we are at a low vibration here on Earth, and we are unable to see or sense others at higher vibrations. The normal human sense perception is limited to less than 0.05% of the total universal spectrum, frequency spectrum. What that means is that we are unable to see or feel about 199 out of 200 things in the universe. With such a limited perception, is it any wonder that we fail to recognize the higher level civilizations that coexist with us? So मैंने कल बताया था कि Earth की beyond Earth lowest level पे है vibration के. There are many planets and many universes जहाँ हमसे बहुत advanced हैं. So आज हमें वो help कर रहे हैं so that all of us can raise our spirituality, our frequency, can attract whatever we want and live a happier life. Now let's talk about the television set and the TV stations. Imagine you are in a place with a television set. However, the TV set is turned off. Every TV station there is playing a different program, and all the programs are right where you are. Yet you can't see or hear anything as long as the TV set is turned off. The moment you turn the TV set on and tune it to a particular channel, you start seeing and hearing a particular program. Yet you can only see and hear what is on that particular channel, but none of the programs or any other channels. So we are like that television, right? जो दिख रहा है वो दिख रहा है, उसके beyond देख ही नहीं पाते, right? आप कैसे समझें अपने human mind को? The human mind is a television set. The human mind is just like the television set. It has the ability to see any and all of those programs, if tuned to the right channel. However, just like the TV set, it can't tune itself. The mind is divided into two major parts, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. तो जिन लोगों को नहीं पता conscious mind, subconscious mind, मैं बता देती हूँ. Conscious mind वो है जहाँ आप consciously चीजें करते हो कि मुझे ऐसा करना है. Subconscious mind आपके soul के साथ आता है जहाँ आपके past life की programming होती है, या इस life में आपकी life में एक चीज कुछ हो गई, second time हो गई, third time हो गई, एक conditioning बन जाती है. For example, इसको देख के, for example, if I say your best dessert is tiramisu, मैं बोलती हूँ tiramisu, and immediately आपको you will start salivating. Programming हो गई है. That's subconscious mind. इन दोनों का union होता है your mind. अब जब आपका mind दो part में divided है, conscious mind जो हमारा है वो reasoning mind है, logical mind है, thinking mind है, and इसको हम इस्तेमाल करते हैं जब हम उठे हुए होते हैं, whenever we are awake. Subconscious mind is a storehouse of all memories, all experiences. It also controls autonomic functions, breathing, heartbeat, pulse. So जब आप सो जाते हैं, आपका heartbeat कर रहा होता है ना, आपकी pulse भी चल रही होती है, और आपकी breathing भी चल रही होती है. ये तो नहीं कि आप सो गए तो ये सब भी बंद हो गया. ये सब आपका subconscious mind control करता है. और आपको पता है चाहे नहीं पता, I don't know, आपका सबकॉन्शियस माइंड में आपकी पुरानी लाइफ्स जो भी आपने लिव करी है उसके सारी एक्सपीरियंसेस हैं। एंड मैं बहुत बताना चाहती हूँ आप सबको कि हमारे फर्स्ट संघा ने पास्ट रिग्रेशन भी करी है। 1 घंटे की मेडिटेशन होती है, आप अपनी ओल्ड लाइफ को देख भी पाते हैं उसमें। इट्स हेल्पफुल ऑल्सो, सो वील टॉक अबाउट दैट लेटर, बट इट विल कम इन योर लाइफ। सो अब हमें क्या समझना है? अ सिंगल चैनल टीवी सेट। याद करिए वो दिन, अगर आप लोग 70-80s में बड़े हुए हैं शायद, या 90s में, वी यूज्ड टू हैव दूरदर्शन, वन चैनल, कुछ टाइम के लिए आता था टीवी में विद सम पर्टिकुलर म्यूजिक, तभी ऑन होता था। अ सिंगल चैनल टीवी सेट। A conscious mind receives input from our human senses. It utilizes these inputs and thinks about the logic that we have been taught. The logic becomes a big part of a belief system. So, this mind of ours is very, very logical. अब क्या हो रहा है? Since our senses are limited to our present reality, and we have been taught to logically recognize only our present reality, the conscious mind is acting like a TV set, and that has a single channel, preset to the channel of our physical world. All we ever experience in the 3-dimensional world that we live in, our experiences are not available to the conscious mind during our waking state. So हमारी जो लॉजिक है, हमारी जो सेंसेस है, जो हम सीखते हैं, समझते हैं, वो कॉन्शियस माइंड में जाता है। लेकिन इसके बियॉन्ड कुछ भी अगर हमने सीखा करा, वो इस माइंड में नहीं आता, बिकॉज ये लॉजिकल माइंड है, वेकिंग माइंड है। ये कहाँ जाता है? सबकॉन्शियस माइंड में जाता है। अब मल्टी चैनल टीवी सेट के बारे में समझते हैं। कॉन्शियस माइंड जैसा है, सबकॉन्शियस माइंड ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं है। Unlike the conscious mind, the subconscious mind has the ability to access entire frequency spectrum of the universe. It's like a TV set that has every conceivable channel available. जो आपका सबकॉन्शियस माइंड है ना, सबकी जगह ट्यून्ड है, सब फ्रीक्वेंसी आती है, सब समझता है, सब रेडी है। During our natural sleep, the conscious mind is actually asleep, and the subconscious has control. That is why in our dreams, we can have all kinds of experiences that the conscious mind could never ever imagine. Dreams can incorporate the past, the present, and the future. आपके जो ड्रीम वर्ल्ड होता है हमेशा असत्य नहीं होता. There is some truth in that. वो पास्ट में भी जाता है, आप उसमें उड़ भी रहे होते हो, कहाँ कहाँ पहुंच भी जाते हो, बिकॉज वो आपके सबकॉन्शियस से लिंक्ड है कहीं ना कहीं. Now there's a vicious circle. एक सर्कल में चलते जा रहे हैं हम. क्या है वो सर्कल? जो लिमिटेशंस है हमारे कॉन्शियस माइंड में, वो विशियस सर्कल में आती हैं कि ऐसा करोगे तो ऐसा ही होगा. ये एक ट्रैप है. The limitations of our conscious mind put us into a vicious circle. सेम पैटर्न रिपीट होगा बार 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 बार, क्योंकि आपने लिमिट कर दिया अपने आप को. We need the conscious mind to be awake, to recognize and experience and remember it. Yet, when the conscious mind is awake, it insists on retaining control. जो conscious mind है ना, controller है. It does not want the subconscious to take control. But unless the subconscious mind takes control, the mind can't access the entire spectrum of frequencies or the other levels where the higher level civilizations are. And if the conscious mind is asleep, then the subconscious mind has control. And then we don't recognize or remember our experience. So आप लोगों ने कितने लोगों ने देखा है, मुझे नहीं पता, hypnotherapy वो pendulum ऐसे करता है, and you go into a trance, subconscious mind is taken over. जब हम पास्ट रिग्रेशन करते हैं, सबकॉन्शियस माइंड इज टेकन ओवर. आप इस लाइफ में हैं, आपको पता है, फिर भी आपको दिख रहा है अबाउट समथिंग दैट यू हैव लिव्ड पहले. सो नाउ वी रियली आर इन अ रियल कैच 22 सिचुएशन. अब कैसे इस जर्नी से बाहर निकले? हाउ डू वी ब्रेक आउट द विशियस सर्कल? एक तरीका है बस. द ओनली वे आउट टू गेट इज टू गेट इनटू ऑल्टर्ड स्टेट ऑफ कॉन्शियसनेस, where the conscious mind is still awake, but the control is with the subconscious mind. तो consciously आप कर रहे हो, लेकिन subconscious mind awake हो रहा है. ये कैसे possible है? Meditation से. जब हम meditate करते हैं, हमको पता है हम चेयर पे बैठे हैं, meditate कर रहे हैं. लेकिन आपको फीलिंग्स इतनी अच्छी हो रही हैं, you're in a trance kind of state, you know. उस समय आप altered state of consciousness में होते हो. So meditation is most important. Second, hypnosis. Hypnosis करना भी मैं आपको सिखाऊंगी, बहुत easy है, खुद के लिए कर सकते हैं, जरूरत भी नहीं किसी प्रोफेशनल के पास जाने की. मेडिटेशन भी खुद कर सकते हैं, प्रोफेशनल्स के पास जरूरत नहीं जाने की. बहुत कुछ आने वाला है. So हम इस vicious circle से बाहर निकल के we can become better versions of ourselves. And I promise this will happen to all of us. Now, who controls the remote for the TV set? Once we get the altered state where the subconscious has the ability to access all the channels, it is as if we were replacing a single channel TV for a multi-channel TV set. However, just switching TV sets does not solve our problem. The question is, who is going to use a remote control and change the channels on this TV? Now that is a $1 million question. In deep meditation, at times people do have various experiences, which may be classified as supernatural. However, they have no control over what kind of experience, if any, they will have in any particular meditation session, since there is no guidance or control for the subconscious mind and to tune into a particular channel. Hence, meditation cannot be used as a reliable source of exploration for finding specific information. अच्छा, meditation नहीं हो सकती पूरी specifically, like it's not the right channel, तो क्या? Let's understand. Here we have the hypnotist to the rescue. Whereas a person induces the meditative state himself, hypnosis is normally induced for him by the hypnotist. Under hypnosis, the subject's subconscious mind has control and thus has the ability to access any channel or any frequency on the multi-channel TV set. So I have recorded guided meditations, which is something like hypnosis. आप सब उसको use कर सकते हैं. जब time सही आएगा, I will guide you to it. At the same time, the hypnotist's conscious mind is fully in control and is guiding the person under hypnosis. Thus, the hypnotist can now put the subject in contact with on the higher level civilizations. All he has to do is suggest the channel is being changed. The hypnotist, in effect, is operating the remote for the TV set. That is the subject's subconscious mind. Wow. We now have total access to the universe. That is the power of spiritual hypnosis. Spiritual क्या है? जिन लोगों को नहीं पता, दोबारा बता देती हूँ. Spiritual means spirit's actual reality, spirituality, right? Spirit क्या है? आपकी आत्मा. उसकी actuality क्या है? उससे आप सब कुछ आपको मिल सकता है लाइफ में. उस पावर को हम फाइंड करेंगे इस जर्नी में ऑफ दिस 1-to-1 days. अब ये सोर्सेज जो इस इंफॉर्मेशन की इस किताब में आए हैं, कहाँ से आए हैं? लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड दैट. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है समझना हम सबको, बिकॉज ये आपकी शायद साथ होने वाला है. पीपल हु आर रिसेप्टिव एंड ओपन, they will definitely understand this. Abhi nahi to, later you will understand. First, spiritual hypnosis, used with thousands of subjects around the world by the author and by other spiritual hypnotists on all 6 continents. Literally thousands of hours of transcripts for hypnosis sessions on thousands of subjects have been utilized to come up with this look at the new world and the transition to the 4th dimension. You may see the qualifications of the author on the book jacket. जो हमारे ऑथर हैं, इन्होंने स्पिरिचुअलिटी पे इतना काम किया, हिप्नोसिस पे इतना काम किया है, थाउजेंड्स ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स रहे हैं, उनके साथ काम करके उन्होंने इसके साथ एक बुक लाई है. हम एक लोअर डायमेंशन पे हैं और हम हायर डायमेंशन में जाने की बात कर रहे हैं. लोअर डायमेंशन मतलब लोअर वाइब्रेट करें, सब कुछ डार्कनेस दिख रही है हमें. वी कांट सी लाइफ इज ग्रेट, वी कांट सी दैट. जब हम हायर लेवल पे जाएंगे, ऑल ऑफ अ सडन हमारे अंदर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हो जाएगा, सब कुछ अच्छी लगने लग जाएगी, ग्रैटिट्यूड के वर्ल्ड में आ जाएंगे, सब कुछ लाइट दिखेगी. लव एंड लाइट विल बी ऑपरेटिंग फ्रॉम दीज एंड देन वी आर रेडी टू गो इन द नेक्स्ट डायमेंशन. आप और मैं जाएंगे तो हमारी मदर अर्थ भी जाएगी. सो हमें हेल्प मिल रही है फ्रॉम द अदर पीपल. नाउ व्हाट इज चैनल इंफॉर्मेशन? मैंने इसके बारे में बात करी कई बार, आज चलो पढ़ते भी हैं. channel information from various high-level beings that are specifically involved in helping planet Earth transition to the fourth dimensions. Since many beings are helping us, they channel through individuals who are open and receptive to this information. राहुल से आगे नहीं जाएंगे, अगला चैप्टर हम कल पढ़ेंगे. So channel info अभी सर अच्छा ठीक है सर ने बदल दिया. Okay, so channel information क्या होती है? Today, if I see, sir, just wait. Yeah, thank you, sir. So channel information क्या होती है? There are many people who are there ऊपर. Masters होते हैं, ascended masters होते हैं. Now they want कि उनके जो ज्ञान है, उनको जो knowledge है, वो आप तक पहुँचे. वो रह तो रहे नहीं है. So the gurus who cross over, who pass away and who go, but they're very powerful. So agar aap open and receptive hai, for example, Neha Jain is open and receptive. She's in the meditative trance. The information will get channeled to her. How does it get channeled? This is our Brahmyandra chakra, the crown chakra. This is always open to receptivity, चाहे हम चाहें चाहे नहीं चाहें. ये हमेशा खुला रहता है with the cosmic energy. So अगर अस्मीत ने आज बोला कि I'm going to go in a meditation and he's free of mind, he's in it. कब क्या information आ जाए, you have no idea. Just when you become open receptive, you go on the higher frequency, life becomes so much better. So that is about channeling. So the divine love manifestation meditation is a channel meditation. The light meditation I shared with you is a channel meditation. The incredibly believable book is half channeled book. So, and I'm very beautifully happy that I'm open receptive ki baat kare abhi and heart thought mein wahi aa gaya. So that's how beautiful the book is. Our journey is. So we talked about affirmations. सबसे important affirmation आप सबके लिए रहेगी ये वाली. I am open and receptive. Affirmations give your subconscious mind something to work on in the moment. Meenakshi, will you want to read? Will you want to read? Just read for us. Try, just 4 lines. So you can read from I am open and receptive.
Okay. I'm open and receptive. When we do affirmations to create good in our lives, and there is a part of us that doesn't believe we are worth it, we are not going to manifest those
Affirmations.
Yeah, affirmations. We will get to the point when we say affirmations don't work. It has nothing to do with the affirmations. It is the fact that we don't believe we deserve.
Thank you so much. So affirmations बोलना बहुत important है, लेकिन अगर हम affirmation पे believe ही नहीं करते हैं, अगर suppose मैं बोल रही हूँ I am open and receptive, लेकिन मेरे दिमाग में बोल रहा है कि नहीं यार बट मेरे को समझ में नहीं आता, मैं तो इसके लिए ओपन ही नहीं हूँ, क्या पढ़ा रही है ये कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा, आई एम नॉट रेडी फॉर इट, तो मुझे कुछ समझ में ही नहीं आएगा बिकॉज मेरा बिलीफ वो नहीं है. सो अगर आप कुछ बोल रहे हैं बट आप कुछ और सोच रहे हैं, जो सोच रहे हैं वो ज्यादा आगे आएगा. सो कई बार स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड में कहावत है फेक इट टिल यू मेक इट. सो कीप प्रैक्टिसिंग सेइंग दैट 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, अपने आप वो कंडीशनिंग हो जाएगी सबकॉन्शियस माइंड में, and you will be able to accept whatever is coming your way. So I will now take you for meditation blessings. But if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask after the meditation. Yeah. So thank you, Asmeet, for saying these affirmations are magical. Yes, they are. And अगर आप I am open receptive लगा दें कहीं पर भी जहाँ हम जाते हैं मोबाइल के स्क्रीन पे लगा लें, gradually अगर आप closed भी होंगे तो you'll actually become open and आप सब लोग की बात समझने के लिए ready हो जाएंगे because half of us are blocked. Yeah. So let's go for a meditation now. All right. So let's check our postures. Our back straight. Our feet firmly in the ground below. Eyes softly closed. A soft smile on your faces. Today I will mix up the magic book meditation and life meditation. Let's take a deep breath in. Fill our lungs with love, love for ourselves. And as we exhale, share the love with the world. Remember, each one of us is a channel of love. Let's take a deep breath in, fill ourselves with light. Everything inside us is absolutely bright. We are able to see things clearly in life. And as you exhale, share your light with the world. Make the world a brighter place to live in. Inhale gratitude, gratitude for my body, gratitude for my mind. And as you exhale, be grateful for your soul, for people around, for experiences, for your journey. Life is magical. Life is beautiful. Life gives us whatever we require. All we have to do is tune in. For tuning in, we must raise our vibrancy, our frequency. Let's start vibrating at a higher frequency by attracting all things wonderful. For this, the very first step we do is always be grateful. Always be thankful. Complaint at times is important, but only a little. Remember, not everyone takes complaints very well. But today, we as a one-to-one Sangha have learned to take the complaint very beautifully for our improvement, to make it into a friend and not an enemy. When we do a complaint for somebody, we are dipping our frequency. The best part would be to see the good things in people and to start seeing only the goodness in the world, whether we know them or we don't know them. Let's increase our frequency. Let's tune in to the radio station, which is only giving the good things. Whenever there's something toxic around you, the best is to just gracefully make an excuse and walk away. Remember, no tantrums. Just simply make an excuse and walk away to leave the negative area. Let's start affirming to ourselves, I am open and receptive to all things wonderful. Let's open our centers, our energy centers. Feel the energy flow in the crown chakra from your top of your head, cascading down to your third eye chakra, in between your eyes, a little above. The light still washes inside and is healing your throat chakra. Now you're able to speak a little more, express a little more, create poems, and you no longer think what will the world think, because you are a channel of love and light. So you express. Let the bluish white healing light further cascade down. Open your heart chakra. The minute your heart chakra is opening up, you are able to send love to others. You're able to receive love from people. And you're able to love your life and love everything around it. This also helps us raise our frequency. As the white healing light goes further down in our body, it reaches our solar plexus chakra, from where all our dreams manifest. Today is a day of dreaming, of making our dreams come true. So let there be more power. Energize it, bless it. The white healing light moves down further to our sacral chakra, creating all things wonderful, taking away all negativity from our body, from our thinking, from our chakra. It further goes to the most important chakra, one of the most important, the root chakra, giving us a solid foundation. The minute we raise our frequency and vibration, we become rooted. And for this, let's feel the white healing light cascading down our legs into Mother Earth with soles of our feet. Imagine soles of your feet having roots. These are, imagine yourself like a willow tree and your roots are growing within Mother Earth. Each root nourishing you, nurturing you, taking care of you as a whole. So all the negativity, which whatever is in the body, any disease, any negative thoughts, are getting washed out by the white healing light and into Mother Earth. And now let's have a request for Mother Earth. Let's bow down our heads a bit more. Dear Mother Earth, thank you for nurturing us, loving us. Today I invite three virtues. Bless me with unconditional love. Bless me with compassion to understand others, Karuna. And bless me with bettering myself. May I turn into a new leaf. May I be open and receptive. So teach me and bless me with that beautiful virtue. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now let's look at a life level, eyes still closed. You're looking at your eye level, but you're thanking your past life that you've lived. Whatever I have gone through in this life or the previous ones, I thank it for all the experiences. My present is beautiful because I'm meditating right now. I'm in the power of now. Thanking, feeling good, manifesting a beautiful future. So thank you, thank you, thank you for this experience. For my future, I know you're absolutely bright and beautiful because you are magical, because you believe and you have been conditioned with the power of affirmations, gratitude, light, and love. For more power to you, dear future. Now let's open our hands to the universe above. Dear universe, thank you for accepting us in your beautiful realm, for having our back. Dear cosmos, thank you for including us in your Leela. Dear divinities, thank you for showering us with choicest of blessings. Dear angels, thank you for showing us that we are on the right path. Dear guardians, thank you for ensuring each one of us safe and sound. Now let's expand our angel heart. आपके हाथ लेफ्ट एंड राइट साइड पे खुले हैं आसमान की तरफ फेस करते हुए on your heart level. I am love. I am light. I shine bright, right now, right here. I am open and receptive to all the goodness, to all the love, and to all the abundance in all universes. Wherever I turn, prosperity follows. I am blessed. I am abundant. Let's fold our hand in gratitude. And today, let's be grateful for all the help we get throughout the day from the invisible manager who is probably on the right or left shoulder. Let's keep thanking him or her for everything that we have in the day. Right now, let's thank him for a magical morning of learning, evolving holistically in the mind, body, and soul, empowering ourselves for making our life a life which is full of magics and miracles. Dear executive on my shoulder, thank you for being there with me from now till the night. I'll keep giving you my thank yous, and I promise to go through the YouTube session to understand this chapter a bit deeper. Thank you for being there with me. I thank you for writing down that I'm very grateful for this morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let's thank everything from heavens to earth for the beautiful life that we have, for putting us together on this channel of oneness, where all of us are increasing our frequency every day until we pass our one-to-one days by transforming ourselves in the journey of evolution. Let's rub our hands together, feel the energy flow, the heat. Bless our face, eyes, ears, mouth, nose. Bless our neck. Bless our shoulders, arms, upper to lower, front to back. Our backbone, upper back, middle back, lower back, spinal cord, our hips, our back of our thighs, back of our knees, back of our calves, soles of our feet. Turn your hands, bring on the front of your feet, front of your calves, your knees, front of your thighs, your gut system, large and small intestines, your stomach, liver, gallbladder, kidneys, your lungs, your heart, your chest. And now let's fold our hands in gratitude. Dearest magical body with my beautiful organs and body parts, thank you for working on your optimal best. To each one of you, a big shout of thanks. To all the muscles, tissues, fibers, glands, bones, and skin, to trillions of cells in me, to the blood circulation that flows eternally, thank you, thank you, thank you. To the energy that flows in me, may I shine my energy, my love, and my light and healing blessings on my Sanghamitras, their loved ones, and all beings on Mother Earth. Let there be love, let there be light. Minakshi, Supriya, Ritu, Ruchi, Ankur, Shami, Manish, Nikita, Ruchi, Disha, Jitendraji, Neha, Amit, Akshay, Shalu, Neha, Jayashri, Alona, Asmeet, Madhuri, Pratima Ji, Parul, Dhruv, Seema, Kamakshi, Rajiv, Bharti, Richa, Shelly, Manjubala, Saloni, Mom, Surendraji, Sonakshi, Shivani, Kiran, Shagun, Kunjanji, Manisha, Madhuri, Ushaji, Shivani Gupta, Niriksha, Richa, and to everyone who's seeing online. Lots of love, light, and abundance. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Rahul sir, for hosting the morning session. Thank you, Amrita, for all that you do for all of us. You truly are the blessed ones. Any questions, any doubts? Today is day 10. We will close the registrations day after. Thereafter, it will be a closed group and you will have your links on your email IDs for joining all of us. So grateful for finding the session awesome. Thank you, Pratima ji. Thank you for that. Okay. Yes, Shalu, you want to ask me something? Please raise your hand so that I can unmute you. Thank you for the compliment, Asmeet. Thank you so much. Yes, Shalu, please pose your question. You have to unmute yourself.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
I want to ask, like, when the class starts, so can we walk while we hear what you're saying?
I have no problem. If you can be in touch with whatever is being heard, then okay. But if you tend to talk to people on the walk while going,
No.
coming around,
I
or
stay on the terrace alone.
no, that's okay. If there's fluid movement and you are like in there's a walking meditation also. I don't want you to all the time be on, but why I like you to be in front of me because when I turn my screen, if I'm able to see in your eyes, I have energy transfer. But if you're walking, I can see the buildings or I can see your, your t-shirts, then I don't have energy transfer with you. So, and in here, we're trying to raise our energy and our frequency in the morning. But if you prefer to walk into it, I'm no one to stop you. I'm just here as a channel, Shalu. I'm here to pass on the news and pass on the learnings. How you take it depends upon you. I believe in not lying down because neend aa jati hai, right? So it's nicer to have a back straight, or that's why I say cameras on. But again, each to their own. So, when you call me up, I know Shalu Khitan kaun hai. Otherwise, I don't know. She's walking. I don't know who she is. So that's another, because every day I see your energy, so I know who you are. I scroll the screens. That's the only thing. Completely up to you. I'm not here as a Hitler, but yes, I do believe in energy. So you see what
Yeah,
works for
and
you.
another thing, while we meditate, like I get some yawns. Ubasi si aati hai.
That's
So
okay.
is it
Body relax kar rahi hai.
okay?
The body
Thank
wants to relax. It's feeling good. So great. Let it be happening.
Thank you.
Anytime. So Sonakshi says, I have done the magic book already a couple of months ago. Should I do the activities again? Yes, Sonakshi. I have done the book 12, 13 times and I keep doing again and again. It's become a part of my life. I'm doing mixing a lot of activities. So it's okay. So it's not there's no harm in doing again. You'll only get better and never get worse. Yeah. All right. So any other questions? Okay, it's wonderful to be back. Loving it always. Thank you, Jasmeet, for being back. I missed your energy too, so good to have you back. And one more thing, if you believe in the chakra of the circle of love and the circle of gratitude, increase your circle of love. Increase and invite people. We have 2 more days to go. If they want, they can catch up on the sessions. Yes, Manish, tell me, how can I help you?
Ma'am, I missed the first 2 sessions.
Okay.
So I've not understood the structure of the program, how to go about it. Shall we
So-
buy all those books and read as you go through?
No, you don't have to. If you want, you can. We've already sent all the PDFs, Manish. If you've registered, you could always ask Amrita ma'am again for this books. She can send you PDFs. There's no point to be buying books unless you're a book person. Like I am a book person. I have all my books always in front of me. I read from my, printed copies. But if you just are happy to read on the PDFs, it's fine. But if you like your books, you can buy them. Depends upon you. It's not a compulsion.
PDF is not convenient, ma'am. You
Then you buy the book.
buy the books. Okay.
Yeah, and about the session, they're already available on YouTube. You can, in fact, they're also in the group. So just go through them, hear them. It's an hour and a half session maximum. Go through them so you know the gist. But I'll tell you what we do is we wake up in the morning with the power of, we welcome each other, we bless each other. Then we are doing a power of stage programming wherein there's music for a minute and 21 seconds. That time, whatever affirmations are for a future, we keep them in front of us, we read them, we feel as if they've come true. And we are singing and dancing to that feeling of, making our dreams come true. Then we are starting with books one after the other. In the middle, we have Surya Namaskar, where we are, taking blessings. And then we are finally doing a heart thought affirmation, a meditation, blessings, and we close the session. That's what we are doing. And in these one-to-one days, gratitude will become a part of you. Your attitude will change because so many books are coming your way. So your thinking will change. And that's what we're all working on. Transformation happens when you listen, but you implement. Today, the assignment I've given to you all is to listen to yourself when somebody's criticizing you. What is your reaction? And tomorrow we'll conclude this chapter. Yesterday, did anyone do about the fear? Did you write down what fears you have? Did you analyze yourself? What can be deterrent for it? What can be good for it? Because assignments doing is very important. If we're not doing our assignments, we can't progress in life. That's very, very important for all of us to understand. Assignments will transform our journey. If we don't do that, we will not be able to understand it. Yeah. So thank you, Richa, for sharing the beautiful reflections on the registered participants group yesterday about the fear. Very powerful to reanalyze. So thank you so much for that. And you should have taken a feedback from everyone. Kiya ki nahi, kiya ki nahi. We should become the Hitlers, the account makers, the takers. So yeah, let's do that. Let's hold each other. Let's have each other's back. In this journey of evolution, if all of us can have each other's back, we will really transform. So much love and light to all of you. See you tomorrow morning at 5. Lots of love and light. Thank you. You have a question, Manish? Yes. You have to
So,
unmute. Yeah. Tell me.
why this program so long, ma'am? 1-to-1 days?
Because you can't transform until it's 3 is the number of creation. So first month of foundation, aapka foundation building hoti hai, and 3 months of creation. Now, when you go for your design program or your architecture program, how long is it? 4 years?
4 years.
1 year's foundation, jo aapke basics bataye ja rahe hain. So aapka first month is foundation here. And 3 months is intensive study, jahan transformation truly aata hai. And if you go to the first session, the very first day I spoke, I have my angel numbers 1-to-1. So if you look on my this side, you see bond 1-to-1 for life. These angels are guiding me. 1-to-1 is equal to 4 months, 1 day. So I go with the 1-to-1 numbers. And I was guided to work with not more than 1-to-1 people in 1-to-1 days for 1 hour, 21 minutes. So I'm trying to follow that. I'm a person who has my channeling connection and I just follow that. And as you read the book Incredibly Believable, you'll know why I do what I do. So more power to us. Lots of love and light to everyone. Thank you for asking. I'm proud of your question. Very few people ask that. I love people who ask. So thank you for your question.
Thank you,
Lots
ma'am.
of love and light. Take care. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.